Hey, what up, America? Happy Black History Month to you. Today is February 1st, 2017. Man, it's a lot going on. And when you're grassroots, sometimes you just got to go with the flow. My expectation to do what I'm supposed to do today got derailed a little bit, but it's not stopping the flow. I promised I'll be chiming in on a daily basis, getting this thing into play, because we really are about to make some noise. Now, what's going on right now in society with the president, Trump, signing his executive cabinet and all of that, and the Democrats, going back and forth with the Republicans, we're about this short from putting a call to action together, because the Democratic Party is in shambles. Now, I didn't vote Democratic this time around, but I did not vote for Donald Trump. I just did not want to be guilty by association with either party, because it's a two-party system and they both hate each other. And based on what's going on right now, the Democratic Party is pretty much in shambles, because all the promises and all the things that they said to their constituents and to their voters was in expectation of Hillary Clinton winning the presidency. But since she didn't, instead of like revamping the narrative or doing something different, they decided to continue on, which is basically both sides hating each other. So as a black man in this country, knowing that blacks used to be Republicans, became Democrats, and now we are really this close from becoming no political party participants. I believe that's the term, NPP, no political party preference. That's what it is. No party preference. NPP, no party preference. We don't know what the issues or ramifications will be if we were to do something like that, but based on what's going on right now, we don't want to be charged as guilty as association, because the Black Promise is still the Black Promise. Last time I checked, we're still suffering from mass incarceration, police brutality, poverty, to name a few. So I'm gonna just go ahead and be honest with you. We came to this country in 1619 on record, and on record, we were here before that. We were slaves down south. The world needed us to build it. So it's okay for us to take time out to actually think and understand, like, maybe we need to not participate in what they got going on, because this is their issue. And last time I checked, everybody has rights. No one can be discriminated upon. Barack Obama, he, sealed the deal with the LGBTQ community, and women have rights. Everybody have rights. So the smokescreen is very dangerous, and it's a very slippery slope, because our elected Democratic officials don't know what to do. The Democratic Party is pretty much committing political suicide, because who are they speaking for? Because the people don't see what they see, because we're not connected like that. But where are they going with this? Why are we marching for everybody but us? Because the last time I checked, we still have issues as a black culture. We still have a promise on the table that we must usher into fruition. And I'm one of the catalysts, and I'm playing one of the parts to put those assurances in place, that we don't lose focus on what we're supposed to do. Because as a black man, I can't fight for immigrants' rights. My people been here since 1619. My people built the infrastructure in this country, and my people, by birth, it's a birthright to be an American citizen and to be a black man. But right now, the narrative must change, because we still do have civil rights issues, but it's case by case. It's not just a group. They can't discriminate against groups for sex, creed, or culture. Everybody knows that. But it's a social and economic slavery that we need to get out of. And by this being Black History Month, we want to shed light on a daily basis Black history superstars. And in my mind, Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was, she developed the Underground Railroad. She got hundreds and hundreds of people out of slavery. She even worked as a spy during the Civil War. And This was in the 1800s, in the 19th century. But somehow in 2017, we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled to fight for other people's issues. Everybody got their just due. So now it's time to fight to change laws and legislation. And just like Harriet Tubman created the Underground Railroad, our job is to create the above ground railroad and get the disenfranchised out of poverty. Because the last time I checked, the LGBT community, whatever sexual preference you choose or you was born away, it doesn't even matter. We love you, but we cannot put your gender or your choices in front of the group of people. So it's now for the blacks to stand back up. They destroyed our promise in the 60s by including everybody under the sun. But moving forward, we got to get back to being black. And last time I checked, there's black LGBTQs, there's black immigrants, the whole nine. So it's on us to actually lead the charge to get our people out of poverty and develop the above ground railroad from a social and economic perspective to get our people out of poverty. And this is what we're going to do. And this is the narrative moving forward. So I'm going to be coming at you on a daily basis because we have to get it right. And we cannot fall for the smokescreen and be reactive. We've been reacting so long that we have to be proactive. If you look at the art of war, if you look at laws of power, President Donald Trump is a brilliant man in the sense of every day controlling the narrative, in which direction the narrative goes on a daily basis. So we cannot let the puppeteer have us as puppets and call the shots for us. We gotta really understand and take time to really figure out a plan, and it's going to take us to do so. And we got to combat the poisoned and the crab bucket syndrome that's plaguing our communities, because we need to start building black Wall Streets all over this country. And we will. We can and we will. But we cannot sit back and nothing would never happen if we're reactive. We have to be proactive. So, you know, we need new leaders. We need to develop new leaders. We need to develop our own organizations. We need to organize. That's what I'm doing. That's what a lot of people are doing. And we're going to kind of pull it all together because we have to fight for our rights. We got to stand up for them. So on today, February 1st, 2017, the first day of Black History, we're going to bring on a daily basis. It's kind of like a fast, 28 days of legacy, because we have to push this thing forward, because we've been here on record since 1619, and on 2019 we will be commemorating 400 years in this country. And every law, every amendment that has something to do with a group of people in the Constitution and thereafter was written for blacks, not immigrants, not Muslims, not anything else, but for black people. And black men, we got to stand up and we got to unite, because if we don't get it together, we're going to be an endangered species, and we're not going to let that happen, because God said, his word says the first shall be last and last shall be first. So it's our time to get to the front of the line. With that being said, you guys have a beautiful day. The voice of the people coming at you, and we're going to continue to get this thing going on a daily basis. And hey, let's do this like you always do this. Happy what is Wednesday? Happy Hump Day to you. Happy Black History Month. Pray for me as I pray for you. Until next time, I'm Bouchon Glover signing out. You guys have a good day. Peace out.